tonight. Our first two competitors up to the line, as we have Tom Kazunis in his 1984 Chevy C10 matching up against Charlie Tebow in his Chevy C1500 in 1990. Down into turn 2 out front, it's Kazunis down the backstretch. Into 3 and 4, Tom Kazunis. Wide open, he is going to collect the checkered flag and move on to our second round. Two competitors coming out to the track here. Liam Monahan and Robert Chigris. The Ford F200 pickup matching up against the 1989 Chevy Camaro. They're at the stripe, they're ready. Green is out. Down into turn number 1. Give the advantage to Monahan on the low line, but here comes the go to the high side. He's going to get loose. He's going to spin it. Liam Monahan going to move on. As that sets up our next matchup, Jonathan Stevens in his Subaru Forester from Nowhere, matching up against Darren Lynch, Chevy Camaro from North Providence. Forester is out there. Here comes the Camaro. Ready to give the green, they are off. Down into turn 1. Stevens in the Subaru Forester has the advantage. Into 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves. Jonathan Stevens moves on as Aaron Lynch collects it and saves it. Coming off 4. As we continue on with our round 1 matchup. In a 1989 Pontiac Firebird from Foxborough, Mass, matching up against Joe Perry, Pontiac Trans Am from Lincoln, Rhode Island. Perry going to take the low line. Martirosian, the high line. Green is out. Down into 1 and 2. Gingerly they go. Give the advantage to Perry. Off of turn 2, down the backstretch. In that Pontiac Trans Am. Perry your leader. Down into 3 and 4. Here comes Martirosian. On the inside. Not enough time. Joe Perry going to move on. Gil Bradstreet in his 1989 Chevy Camaro from right here in Seekonk. He'll be on the high line matching up against Walter Wickenbach III. Pontiac Trans Am in 1988. No, Michael Oliveira actually. Oliveira on the inside. Bradstreet on the outside. Give the advantage. Into 3 and 4. As Oliveira going to spin it and get into the grass in 3 and 4. Give the win there to Bradstreet. He'll move on. Buchanan he'll take the high line. Wickenback will take the low line. They're at the stripe. They are ready for the green. Green is out. Down into 1 and 2. Give the advantage to Wickenback. Down the backstretch. Gets a neat little run. He's going to try a crossover into 3 and 4. Can he hold on to it? Give the advantage and the win to Wickenback. What a save there by Buchanan going across the stripe. Dun, dun, dun. That'll bring up the Red Dragon, Christine Pierce, matching up against Corey Perry. Charlie Giordano not here tonight.
I was just going to say that. No Penny Klein. This is wide open today.
Wide open is indeed correct.
It's like the Tom Petty song. This race is wide open.
Perry going to take the high line here from Swansea in his Pontiac Firebird. Christine Pierce, the Red Dragon, on the low line. Fairhaven is her home. They are off, down into turn number 1. Christine Pierce, nose to nose. Into 3 and 4. Here goes Perry. Can he hold on? He saves it. Christine Pierce going to move on. Matching up against John Fielding. Fielding from Westport in his Chevy Camaro. Fitzgerald from Somerset in his Corvette. Green is out. They are down into turn number 1. Give the advantage to Fitzgerald, but not so fast. Here comes Fielding on the outside, down the backstretch. He's going to run away. Into 3 and 4. Off of 4. Fielding, smooth sailing. John Fielding moving on.
Too. Went to pick up my day. She goes, "What the heck is that?" I said, "I told you I drove a vet." She goes, "That's a Chevette." I think it ran just about as fast as that one too.
And they will continue on here. Carlito Mello going to match up against Brandon Girard. Different vehicle for him this week. Normally he's out there in the Audi. He's out there in the Oldsmobile Cutlass. Mello off the stripe. He is gone.
He steered the engine out of it.
Girard just gets it going now.
I think he exhausted himself.
Off of 4. Mello moves on.
How do you stall an automatic, by the way?
That's a good question.
I don't know.
As that's going to bring up our next matchup.
Oh, another vet.
Paul Curtis in his 1964 Chevy Chevelle, matching up against Charles O'Brien from Sterling, Connecticut in his Chevy Corvette in 1978. Green is out, down into 1. Curtis starts to get that jump. He's got the advantage, down into 2, off, down the back stretch. Into 3 and 4, a game of cat and mouse here. Paul Curtis leading Charles O'Brien. Checkered flag in the air. Paul Curtis moving on.
You know, you gotta love that late 80s GM horsepower. Or late 70s GM horsepower.
Yeah, just...
when they were choked down to nothing. Yeah,
next up.
I would have liked to see what that vet could do against the Subaru.
Yeah, that would have been an interesting matchup. Absolutely. Jeff Daniels, not the actor. David Medeiros. It is 82 Chevy Camaro matching up against the Subaru Outback. They are off. Jeff Daniels on the outside in the Subaru has the nose advantage down into 2. Off of 2 there, neck and neck, nose to nose, down the back stretch, into 3 and 4. Daniels with a slight advantage as Medeiros goes spinning around.
Really, dude? You got scared by a Subaru?
What makes a Subaru a Subaru? Match up against Master Roches here.
Oh, sure, you couldn't do that against the Subaru. How many people like the Monte Carlo in this one? How many people like the Camaro? You're outvoted.
Green is down. Here they go. Down into 1 and 2. DeRoche is with the advantage. Out front. Down the back stretch. Matt DeRoche in that 1984 Camaro. He is as Borges goes around and does a little landscaping. Checkered flag.
It's that extra 916 pounds that the Monte Carlo carries.
Walter Wickenbach the fourth in his 1984 Chevy Camaro from Warren, Rhode Island, matching up against Jackson Decker in his Chevy Camaro in 1986. He's from Plymouth. Decker on the high side, Wickenbach on the low side. Give the advantage to Decker down the back stretch.
Dude, I hope that camera's showing forward, not backwards, because there's nothing there behind you.
Down into 3. It's neck and neck, nose to nose. Who's going to have it at the stripe? Give it to Wickenbach.
I was wrong.
Walter Wickenbach the fourth by a hair at the line. He moves on. That is going to bring up Hazar Romanos in his Toyota Camry in 2024 from Worcester, Mass. And Louis Diaz in his Pontiac Fiero from Warwick, Rhode Island. Green is out.
That's green. It doesn't get any greener. Hit all the pedals. Maybe one of them means go.
What? And Diaz can't get it fired at the start.
There we go.
Rolamanos
Wrong gear.
in his Camry off of 4 on a Sunday cruise on a Saturday.
Can I get a do-over? Oh, look at this. He's saying, yeah, let's do it.
Wow. Check
There you go, forward. What a guy. Toyota or not.
Green is out. You know what they say? Nice guys finish last. Maybe
The ball when you had it.
Diaz down into 3 and 4, cruising, smooth sailing. Checkered flag in the air. Diaz gonna move on. What? This is John Fazio from Brooklyn, Connecticut, matching up against Tom Kazunas in the Chevy C10 in 1984. Ford versus Chevy. Fazio on the outside. Green in the air. Kazunas with the advantage down off of turn number 2. Down the backstretch. Kazunas leads. Fazio right to the back bumper. Checkered flag in the air. Kazunas moving on.
You beat my pickup truck.
Here comes Liam Monahan again from Rehoboth in his 1989 Chevy Camaro, matching up against Subaru, Jonathan Stevens. Stevens hailing from Melrose. Warming up the tires.
How many clowns can we fit in a Subaru?
Stevens has the high line, Monahan on the low line. They wait for Tim Bolduck at the starter stand. Green is out. They go down into 1 and 2. Give the advantage to Monahan. Not so fast. Here comes Stevens on the high line off 2. Down the backstretch, Monahan with the advantage. Dive bombing it in there is Stevens. Not enough. Monahan off 4. Checkered flag in the air. Liam Monahan moving on.
Monahan looking for his second career Spectator, East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drag win.
Well, he continues to chase that as he moves on to the Joe Perry in a Pontiac Trans Am in 1998. They're at the stripe, they're set to go. Green is out, down into turn 1 and 2. Bradstreet all over the lead out front. Perry battling back on the high side off 2. Into 3 and 4. Off of 4, Bradstreet, smooth sailing, checkered flag, still Bradstreet moving on.
Bill.
78 Chevy Camaro against Walter Wickenbach III from Warren, Rhode Island in his Pontiac Trans Am in 1988. 78 versus 88. Wickenbach on the high line. Pierce on the low line. Green is out. Down into 1, Wickenbach with the advantage on the high line, but not so fast. The shorter way around. Pierce on the low line, down the back stretch. Give the advantage to Wickenbach right now. Pierce battling right to the door, in 3 and 4. Pushes Wickenbach up the track. Give it to Pristine Pierce at the stripe.
That gal ain't afraid to drive hard.
Carlito Mello, John Fielding, the matchup here. Mello, going to take the high line. Fielding, the low line. 2 heavy hitters here in our spectator drag division. Mello on the high line. Gets the jump, gets the lead. Gonna try to save it, he is loose, all sorts of loose on the backstretch. Checkered flag, Carlito Mello. As Fielding spun it there, he just had his hands full from turn 2 to turn 4. As he burns it down for the fans over in 4. Okay. Here comes Paul Curtis. Matching up against Matt DeRosiers here. DeRosiers from Coventry. Paul Curtis from Centerville, Mass. 64 Chevy Chevelle. Matching up against the 84 Chevy Camaro. Curtis going to take the high line, DeRosiers on the low line. Green is out. Down into turn 1, DeRosiers with the advantage over Curtis. Curtis going to have to battle back. Right to the back bumper, down the back stretch, going to look for a crossover move into 3 and 4. DeRosiers controls the narrative. Off of 4, Matt DeRosiers moving on. And a little bit of landscaping in turn 1. Here comes Jeff Daniels and Louis Diaz.
You know, Jeff ain't going to give him a second chance if he stalls it again.
No. A second chance, second life for Diaz. He proved that in the first round. Green is out. Kind of stalls it there. Daniels gets the advantage down into 1 and 2. Off of 2. Brake lights on Daniels. A couple car lengths lead. Diaz going to try to battle right back. Off of 4. Jeff Daniels in that Subaru moving on.
And you know that dude in the Toyota's going, yeah, take that. Santos Recycling, Enduro Drag drivers to your cars.
As this matchup going to be Walter Wickenbach IV against Liam Monahan here. Green is out. Down into turn 1. Give the advantage to Monahan. Off 2. Down the back Monahan. Back to 4th. Into 3 and 4. Smooth sailing for Liam Monahan. Checkered flag in the air. Liam Monahan moving on.
Smooth like a baby's bottom.
That's going to bring up Tom Kazunas.
That's without the rash, by the way.
Going to take the low line. Green is out. Kazunas on the high line. Going to battle door to door with Christine Pierce off the turn number 2. Nose advantage for Kazunas, but here comes Pierce. Pierce wasn't afraid to push her competitor up the track last time. She gives a little nudge in 3 and 4, and Christine Pierce going to move on. Here comes Mello from Uxbridge in his Eagle Talon, and Gil Bradstreet in the Camaro. Bradstreet's going to go to the high line here. Mello to the low line. They wait for the green. Green is down. Mello with the advantage into 1 and 2. He gets a good jump. Right to the back bumper into 3 and 4. Does he have time to make a move? It does not appear to. He's going to go to the low line. Does he have enough? No, he doesn't. Mello takes it. Over Bradstreet.
And the Eagle makes the final 5.
That will bring us Jeff Daniels in the Subaru. Matt DeRoches in the Camaro. Green is out, down into 1. Daniels stumbles a little bit. That gives DeRoche the advantage. Into turn 2. Daniels with a head of steam. Can he hold on? He does. That was Harry. Off of 4. DeRoche's gonna move on.
4 cars left. 3 Chevrolets and an Eagle, ladies and gentlemen.
Fly like an eagle. Matching up against Liam Monahan here to start.
Hey, the Philadelphia Eagles should take notes from Carlito Mello's Eagle.
Green is out. Down into 1. Through 1 into 2. Down the advantage over Monahan. Does Monahan have anything for her? Into turn 3 and 4. Checkered flag. Christine Pierce moving on.
And Christine Pierce will be in the finale, ladies and gentlemen. But who will she go up against?
Mello has been fast off the green. DeRoches, he's a strong competitor as well. Mello going to take the high line. DeRoches takes the low line. Green is out. Here goes Mello into turn 1 and 2, looking to get that advantage. He does. Here comes DeRoches battling back on the low line. Into 3 and 4, door to door. Neck and neck. DeRoches goes up. Oh! Mello comes across the stripe as DeRoches just couldn't hold on.
Now that's putting it all out there and not giving up. So it'll be Mello and Pierce in the finale.
Monahan in that red 1989 Chevy Camaro. He takes the bottom line. DeRoches in the Camaro. The 84 takes the top. DeRoches down into 1. He's got the advantage over Monahan. Down the back. DeRoches into 3 and 4. DeRoches off of 4. Checkered flag. He takes home 3rd place over Liam Monahan. Here we go. Are you ready for our finale? Christine Pierce. Is it going to be Christine? is it going to be? So, matchup number one between Pierce and Mello. Mello will be on the high line, Pierce on the low line. Green is out. They are off. Carlito Mello gets a good jump. He is out front. Off of turn 2 down the backstretch. Into 3 and 4. Looking like this first round going to go to Carlito Mello. Off of 4. Across the stripe, Carlito Mello. He's got 1 tally mark. They'll switch positions. Go for round 2 if Mello. Pierce on the high line, Mello on the low line. They are set. Green is out. Down into 1. Mello with the good jump yet again. He's a couple car lengths down front, down the backstretch. Into 3 and 4. Final time. Carlito Mello takes home the East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drag. And Mr. 2 Left Feet, Brady, is down there to talk with him.
And I think that's Christine's best ever finish, too, in the East Coast Towing and Recovery Spectator Drags with a 2nd place finish. What a great run for her.
Drag champion, a Fast Friday veteran, taking over 3rd place. Christine Pierce, her career best finish. Back in 2nd and taking down the win. Yeah. Taking down the win is Carlito Mello. Carlito, congratulations. You've been here many times before. This thing has always been fast, but kicked it in. You found a new gear today. Talk to me about this car.
First of all, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for this moment to glorify Him. Just been ripping the car, banging off a limiter in 2nd. That's all I really need.
What was going through your mind? And I know that's a cliche and maybe overused question, but for someone who has never been in this position before, when you see no one in front of you and the final checkered flag waves.
Just hold it down. Just don't give up. Just keep going. Shout out Mike Vincent for tuning this baby too.
And there's a lot of others you may want to thank.
Yeah, I want to thank my girlfriend Alyssa right over there filming. My mom, dad, everybody who comes out here and races. It's fun. Get on out here and race, no matter what you got.
Carlito Mello, congratulations, my friend. Christine Pierce, career but purse. We'll blame Miles for that. Christine, congratulations. Top run, you look fantastic, but you had about 10,000 people cheering your name.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everybody. I also want to thank Leach Auto Body for my tires this year, my boyfriend, Robert Gingras, and the 49 Ford for putting me in this car and letting me race.
Christine, congratulations once again. Go celebrate this. Samantha Rojas, no stranger to a podium on a Friday night, on a spectator drag. This is going to feel really good.
It feels good, guys. You know, all the hard work I put into this car. But I want to thank, all you fans for coming, my family, everybody putting up with me throughout the week while I'm wrenching on this thing, stressing. If you haven't followed us, YouTube, Circle Track Savages, shout out to TBERG Media and our Will over there in the corner. Thank you, everybody.
Samantha Rojas taking down 3rd. Christina Purse, there we go. 2nd and for the first time this season, Carlito Mello in victory lane.
Starts in 20 minutes. Let's go, baby. Look at the lineup. Let's do this. Our Will. What's up, everybody? New wheels, man. What's going on? Rat Rock. Driven truckin'. Parlay. Go fast, turn left. Good luck out there, man.